Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Or testing, testing, testing. Anybody out there? Hey, how you doing, Matt? How you doing, buddy? I just got on. I just got off work a while ago. That's why I'm kind of short a little bit. How's that Titanic going on? Pretty good? There you go. Just take your time with it. We're using cardboard for that. Go down to Hobby Lobby and get some of this. I bought about 5 or 6 sheets of this. Runs about $2. It's about 1 millimeter. This is about as thickness as the cardboard you should get. Now, if you're getting that big thick cardboard, kind of cardboard like I get mailing envelopes I get from the post office, take yourself one of these. Good grief, where's that at? My God, I just had it a while ago. Ha ha! I see, said the blind man that could not see. Get a roller right there. Take this here roller. Or teaspoon and roll real hard on that cardboard, and that cardboard will collapse. It'll skim down, because if you put it on thick, it'll interfere with the fit of parts. It won't go together right. So be sure to use 1mm cardstock. You can buy that stuff at Hobby Lobby. And yeah, same thing with the decks too. 1mm on the decks. And now we get, because you'll realize when you're putting it together, you got different plates where the formers go. And what it'll do, it'll just keep on going down, and you get lots of tuginal frames in there that keeps the hull very, very, very strong. You'll find it's a very, very strong hull. And take your time with that thing, because the guy that designed it knew what he was doing. I mean, there's no hand-drawn parts in that kit. It's all CAD, C-A-D, they say nowadays. And go pretty good. Now I'm working on a paper card model ship right now. Oh, no. I don't use hot glue there, Matt. This is what I use. Aleene's Tacky Glue. It comes in different formulas. Now, the purple bottle is like a fast grab. I like the gold bottle instead. Now, the only glues that you can use on paper models is either you can use this exclusively. Highly recommended. You can find these at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Ace Hardware stores, any hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's. They're there. Use this glue exclusively, and you use this when you got a spot that needs to be done now. A little bit of this. Let me tell you something about this stuff. This stuff here can turn paper into plastic. Now, you got some small parts, very, very small parts. And it's hard to cut those parts out with a fresh number 11 blade. What you do on the printed side, take the printed side down, and you sprinkle a little bit of this on there, and that paper will seize up like plastic. Then you can cut it off very easy. It will come for it's like cutting flash off a sprue on a model airplane or a ship. Yeah, you don't want to use old hot glue on there. Maybe you can use it. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things out there, but I never use hot glue on card models. I just use that type mod. Now, here's the one I'm working on right now. This is the USS Brooklyn. It's from the Spanish-American War. This kit came all the way from Ukraine. Now, your Titanic should look like this. When you get all those frames on there, make sure they are straight. That model actually builds itself once the going gets going. This hole is very smooth and it's tight. And I'm going to go down to Hobby Lobby tomorrow. I'm going to get me some pastels and make me different shades of red oxide to simulate the wear of the red oxide hull in this ship here. It looks like this. Oh, where are you, man? One 200 scale. That's an armored cruiser used during Teddy Roosevelt's Great White Fleet back in the Spanish-American War during the Battle of Manila Bay in the Philippines. This thing's going together pretty good. I've been on this thing now for about 3 or 4 days, and I mean, tell you, this is a darn good card kit right here. Very good card model. It builds itself. Aerogloss dope. Let's see if I got some here. Aerogloss. I knew I had some here somewhere here. I got so much stuff here. It's strewn all over the place here. Good grief. I don't know where it's at. It's Aerogloss clear dope. I don't see it. This cluttered workbench I have here. I don't know where the devil I put it at. Anyway, you can buy that Aerogloss dope on eBay. Get on eBay, Aerogloss dope, clear dope you need. Now that dope right there, if you apply dope on your printing right there, you got to be careful. Sometimes it depends on the printing. It'll take off the printing itself, the paint. So when I use clear dope on the old printing kits, they were more or less pretty acceptable to butyrate dopes. But if you need to get Aerogloss dope, now I want to tell you something on your Titanic. The best stuff in the world to use is this right here. This Krylon clear. Now, see the sheet right here? This is all that's left for the Brooklyn on my stern, and my whole entire waterline of this ship is completely covered. It's all done. You take this here, lay this on cardboard outside, make sure you got ventilation. This don't stink too bad, but does have a tinge of an odor to it. And you go, it does. That stuff there will soak in the pores of this paper to make it more pliable during construction. And also, it'll protect the printing from going off in your hands. Hobby Lobby, yes, it does. Hobby Lobby has Krylon Clear. It also has this too. This is matte. This is acrylic. This is a matte finish. This is all acrylic. You can use that to if the printing is too glossy, you can tone it down by adding this. This is acrylic. This works good too. Yep. I've been working on my Fokker triplane. It's almost done. Got the top wing all done. It goes on like so. There's a paper model. I got the interplane struts, the cabin struts need to be done. It came out of this magazine. You'll find those card models very, very different compared to the plastic kits. Their method of construction is Mars different compared to plastic and wood. Like everything has its own way of going together. And one thing about it is it'll fool the hell out of people. You go to a model contest, and no, that ain't made out of paper. There ain't no way. I'll go pick it up. And they pick it up and say, boy, yeah, kid, this is made out of paper. That fools a lot of people. Yeah, this protective cruiser right here is gonna be a nice build when I get done. And I like the way those hole plates go in there. They more or less simulate hole plating. The other thing I want to show you too. After you get on your hull, when you get to the water line like this, after your water line's on, you'll notice that there's frames on it. Now this is flush across here. Reason why it looks like this, I've been dry brushing different shades of red oxide to simulate wear being in the water. Now this teaspoon right here, if Mama lets you have a teaspoon to use, this is the best burnishing tool in the world. You take this right here. Where was I at? I was over here. You take this and you rub against that frame with that card right there. And what you're doing, you're softening the fibers of that paper and you are smoothing out that seam. Oh, that seam is smooth. Just like that. It's magic. And once it's all nice and smooth, you're ready to shoot a coat of Krylon on it. Clear. Just like that. Yep. Yeah, is that the JSC kit? 1/400, yes, 1/400 scale. Yeah, is that the JSC kit? Also, it's good to get pastels and get yourself a lot of Sharpie, permanent markers. Hobby Lobby is the best place in the world to get all that stuff. Go down there and get that stuff from Hobby Lobby. You'll be all set. Yep, I think I've seen that. I've got the USS Dallas. It's I think it's 1/350 scale. It's in paper, I think. I'm not certain. I got to take a peek of it. And I got a lot of submarines of paper too. I got a whole file cabinet full of them in there. But these paper models, they're pretty good. Get yourself some pastels is very good to use. And with pastels, you can mix your own color shades. And once it's on there perfectly, you take you some Krylon, use a nice fine mist. Will seal all those pastels on there. All car models have challenges to them. They're very challenging. And they open a lot of doors too. Matt Hill Models. Hey, welcome aboard the Quarterdeck Watch, buddy. How you doing, Matt? Work on a new project, old buddy. This is during the Spanish-American War. This is the USS Brooklyn. I'll be posting this on the channel. I've been doing this for a few days and finishing up my Fokker D7. I've been burnishing out the frames a little bit with a teaspoon and giving maps for Matt models, giving him a few tips here and there how to attack a card model. And another thing too, Matt, when you're messing around with card models, always get yourself a nice wet dish rag or a paper towel. And make sure it's saturated with water. Now, one thing about paper has a memory to it. It wants to go back to the state that it's in. Now, if you want this thing to help you bend a lot more easier, especially when you're rolling tubing, always take your hand and dab it on your towelette or dish rag. Rub your hands on the part that you're going to roll, along with your piece of wire. As you're rolling it, it'll soften those fibers and it'll go on perfectly. In other words, you do it on here just like it is. You'll be going, ooh. It'll really, you're fighting it. So you got to play it your way. So you're the boss. Wet your fingers with this, or sometimes you can wet your hand with your tongue and do that. That's another good tip right there. Yeah, all those pre-World War I dreadnoughts. Teddy Roosevelt back in 1895, on the end of the 19th century, the late 1800s, they wanted to design a whole new Navy. He tried to get away from those hideous-looking clunker ironclads with side wheelers on there and stuff and simple screws. Something that looked like a 2x4 with 245 ends cut off the end of the tip, simulating a bow. No hull lines at all, nothing but a piece of doggone steel. And with shipbuilding designers coming to view and everything, and they start producing these type of ships. These came out before World War I. And that's why a lot of World War I ships like the Battle of Jutney, and the Arizona, the Nevada, the Oklahoma, the Pennsylvania, the Battleship Texas, Battleship New York. They had that old-fashioned ram bow. It came from this. This is the predecessor of the Dreadnought. It was a new Navy. Boy, I hate to be duty those darn things. The ventilation system, these things, they're terrible. Yeah, sleep up topside. Take your hammock with you. Trice it up somewhere. Old school models. How you doing? Welcome to Frankie Days. Late Monday night hangout. There's a lot of kinds of places there, sir, to obtain paper models. There are free sites out there where you can get them. You can download them. You can get them from www.papermodels.com. I'm a member there. I've been a member there for about 8-9 years. And I got a lot of models I built there on the phone before I got involved in YouTube. And they got free uploads. You can upload card models there. Now, if you want to buy card models that are published like this, you have to buy these. Now, I bought this on eBay, our card models. Go to paper models in eBay. And they got all these paper models. Came from Poland. This airplane cost me $9. The shipping was free. It came to my house less than 2 weeks, all the way from Poland. Now, eBay is a good source right there, or you can go to aeropaper.com. They got all kinds of paper models there. They're out of Florida. That's where I bought my Titanic from them. And I think about the Lancaster found them also the 133 scale. I just got that pretty recently. And right here is eBay. This is the vessel right here I'm building, USS Brooklyn. Armored cruiser. This is Commodore Dewey's Great White Fleet. This is an armored cruiser. He took this, the battle McKinley's Bulldog, the USS Oregon, and the Indiana. They steamed up all the way to Manila Bay, the Philippines, and they slaughtered the hell out of the Spaniards. And the Spanish-American War didn't last any more than 3 months, and the death toll was probably a little more than 300. Most of them were the victims of the USS Maine, the battleship Maine. And I like these old those old Spanish-American War battleships and cruisers they had back in the days. They were things that they had some pretty good designers back there, and they all were the basics for what's happened today until all the battleship was stricken for the Navy Register. And www.paper model store. That's another source where you get paper models. Where I get my paper models at is 2 places. Either on eBay, stay away from China. That does the bootleg pirate kits. And what they do, they take something like this. They're shysters. They'll take a kit like this, a publication, and they'll make copies of these things. And they sell them. I sent away for a Titanic, 1/200 scale. After my Titanic got squished and smashed from that stockpile crash I had, it said $39.95 for a Titanic. It was the fly model. That was one I had. Well, when I got it to my horror, it was scaled down to 1/350 scale instead of being 1/200 scale. And so stay away from anything with China. Stay away from them people. You want to deal with Polish kits from Poland and Ukraine. This kit came from Ukraine. And these are very nice people. They said this thing was carefully packed. I ain't kidding. It took me almost a half an hour to pack this thing out of a package it did. And to my surprise, when I opened up the envelope, they had candy inside there. I mean, candy. First time in my life I ever tasted candy from Europe, from Russia, Ukraine. It was good, hardtack candy. I enjoyed that very much. Thank you, people, for Ukraine. And that's the best place in the world, gentlemen, to get your card models at. That's what Frankie did gets his. So eBay's the best source there is. They got a lot of good stuff there. And there's also free sites out there, too, you can venture into. You got to watch out for them, too. They're you don't want to venture too much there. You may pick up a virus or something. You don't know what's going on. Yep, I'll tell you one thing about those China people. They're ripping us off. And every dime that we are suckered to pay that's made in China goes towards their military. Everything you buy that's made in China, Trumpy kits, Hong Kong models, all that stuff in China. And they know us Americans are like fish. And they know us modelers the same way. And they know that they'll know what we like, and they'll sell them to us. But sometimes they take advantage of us a lot too, especially these paper models. Like I said, even some of the toys you get, these kids are getting lead poisoning. All these Walmart toys, for kids. So be careful buying stuff out there, especially fellas. You guys got young babies out there for Christmas. You got yo-ho time. It'd be a week from now, and Santa Claus will come to town. And you got to watch out for those toys that you buy because a lot of them are contaminated. Lord knows what they put in that stuff. That kids, they always like to put stuff in their mouth and gnarl on things, and all kids do that stuff. You got to watch them and watch out what you get from China, because I don't trust them people. We saved their lives from the Japanese back in World War II. It wasn't for us and the English and everybody out there. They would be a lampshade. It wasn't for us. And that's the thanks you get. That goes to show you what history says. They could be your friends back then. Now they could be your enemy. You never know. So watch yourself out there. Yep, you got to watch out for that stuff. Like I say, most kits are made in China, and they're nice kits. They're beautiful. I love those Trumpler kits. They're not too bad compared to Hong Kong models and what, Wingnut 32 or something like that. Wingnut model, something like that. Oh my God. They got a Lancaster out there. I imagine that has a nice healthy price tag, about $600 to $700. That's too steep for me. Way too steep. And I like those old Japanese models. They're pretty good, like Nishimo, Bandai, Hasegawa. Yeah, Great Wall's good stuff. I think I got a TVF by Great Wall. Yeah, 1/48 scale. That's not a bad kit. It's very sweet. It's a very sweet kit. It supersedes Monogram. Monogram did an excellent job on their kit, on their TBD Devastator. And still today, I think they did an excellent job on it. But that Great Walls is much more to it. I think you pay more or less on the photo etch more than the plastic. But I agree. They're very nice kits. Indeed, they are. Roly poly. Roly poly. Oh, daddy's little daddy. Yeah, last 4 days I was with this cruiser, USS Brooklyn. It was calling on me. I said, what the hell? I'm going to give a crack at this thing. See how it goes. And it's going together very, very well. And I'm very, very grateful it's not a hand-drawn kit because, like I say, you get those card kits, especially the hand-drawn, you got to watch out for them things. They can give you a fit. Sometimes the parts are oversized and undersized. Sometimes kits are can't even build them. Yeah, man, I was wondering the same thing. They ripped out the B-17, the B-29, the B-24, the C-47, the B-26 Marauder, the B-25, and the rest of them. I was wondering how come they didn't bring out a quarter-inch scale Lancaster. Now, what's so hard obtaining a set of blueprints to produce that? I think back then the Lancaster wasn't a very popular model back then. I think the different age of builders back in the 70s, the 60s, are not used to getting Lancaster bombers because there weren't very many out there other than what Revell brought out. So they figured, what the hell? Everybody wants to say, yeah, B-17. Hey, I want a B-29. And they made the B-29 as well. And I think what it is, it's called, more or less, I'm thinking, it's the demand for it. If we had a lot of model builders out there that pushed monogram models in producing a 1/48 scale Admiral Lancaster, I bet they would have done it. I know they would have. Oh yeah, oh Halley bag. That'd be excellent in 1/48 scale. Sure shooting wood. Yeah, that 1963 kit, the one I built for Mr. Martin Lamott's Bomber Command Group build. Yeah, that was a stinker kit. I had no problem with it though because I'm used to working on things like that because hey, I've been building things like that since since I was a kid, you know. And what was out there was out there, and we had what we had, and that's all we had. But it's a stinker of a kit because the molds are getting pretty worn out. And for a gimmick model, it goes pretty well. It's got undercarriage works, flaps, like the one I just did. But it comes out pretty good. I like it. Yep, I agree. They could do a lot more better job with that. You can't even see where the framework's at. You just gotta more or less tape it in or somehow, or use a felt tip marker and make your own frames. And like I say, those kits of technology back in the days, as opposed to today, were just it's just like the event of the wheel, you know. I mean, Revell was really doing this model builders a favor when they produced the Lancaster because guys like me always wondered, well, how come they ain't bringing out an old Lancaster bomber? I know that Frog made one, and Airfix made one. Then Revell made one. Oh yeah, that Airfix the Lancaster. I got that. That was costing $1.29. I bought that for comparability against the Revell one. Oh, the Revell one makes that one a penny. Oh, they are. Just like that Hudson bomber I had, that Lockheed Hudson. I built that. That's a 1963 issue kit. And that went together, no problem, no filler. No filler. I used filler on that kit. I was very surprised. It went together very, very well. Some of those kits go together very well without filler. I usually just sand down those seams a little bit. They're okay. They just disappear. They just vanish into the haze. Yeah, and Hudson was the first. Was one of the first Airfix kits I've ever built and bought. I remember, like, I walked into a hobby shop called Cozy's Hobby Shop. Yeah, Don Baker had the hobby shop, you know, and there's hey, you always knew it coming. He always waved at me. Hey, Frankie, how you doing, buddy? Pretty good. Hey, we got some new stuff in from England, the Airfix. I saw the Hudson's back there. I had about 4 or 5 of them, 89 cents a pop. I bought as many as I could get as long as I had the money in my pocket. He's still a good kid, really are. Yeah, I got another Lockheed Hudson. It's by another company, 170 Minicraft, I think. I don't know. Let me go back there and check my stash. See what see if I can get it out. I couldn't find it though, but I got a bunch of these. $0.89. That's how much years ago you go to a hobby shop. You see that, and I saw that 89 cents. I bought at least 4 or 5 of these things. I bought this back in 1963 at that hobby shop. It's still a pristine, good kit too. Brand new. Yeah, that's what it is. John, yeah, thank you, sir. Welcome to Frankie Day's Monday Night Hangout. That's what it is. MFM. That's what I got. That's what it is. That's the kit. And it may be that reboxed by Revell. I really don't know, because it seems like to me that all these companies kind of switcheroo all the time. For example, they go to this, then goes MPC, which is the United States Airfix, and I don't know. It's like sharecroppers. They share their molds all over the place and rebox them by Airfix, but not by Airfix, by Revell. Yep. This is the original boxing it came out of. 1963. Let's see if I don't live on it. See. Oh, yeah. Real nice. Boy, I love building these things. Now, these decals are kind of yellow, a little bit, because they're getting old, like me. That's what it was. They weren't very decorated for the color of plastic back in those days. Now, the most colorful kit I've ever bought by Airfix, that was back in 1965. The Sterling Bomber. And also their, no, that was by Revell. No, Sterling Bomber. It was baby blue plastic. Yep, baby blue plastic. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Being sun bleached. I had a Hawk 1/72nd scale AT6 Texan one time. It was S&J. And the plastic came in a yellow plastic. I said, it's a pity to paint this thing. It's all yellow. All you do is just put decals on, and it's all done. Paint the propeller and the tires. And I left it in the window one time. I remember about a couple months later, that plastic kept getting orange. Sure enough, it bleached that thing out to an orange color. Yeah, the old elephant. Yeah, they were. I've got one too. It's it came in black plastic, but the first Sterling that I bought, it came out. It was in baby blue plastic, like a sky blue plastic. And they had different forms of plastic. They had black plastic and gray plastic. I imagine the new one, what they got now is the re-release of their old tooling. I imagine it's all gray plastic. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I had one of those Airfix Hawkers one time. I think I still got another one inside my stash pile back there somewhere. It cost 39 cents. 39 cents for that little plane. Boy, that was Airfix was so cheap, dirt cheap. We used to pick Coke bottles up all the time. 2 cents a bottle. You got a big 32-ounce bottle. That was a whole nickel right there. And pennies and nickels and dimes add up to dollars. And we had nothing to do that day. We're just, me and my brothers up there walking around picking up Coke bottles. They're cashing them in, buying Airfix kits all day. That was something else. Yeah, my Sterling was black also, all black plastic. Man, I tell you one thing, you got your money's worth. I think that kit costed $2. It was $1.98, and it came with a tractor pulling a trolley with a bunch of bombs. Now I still got all that to my Sterling bomber. I mean, hey, you got a lot for them back then. Yeah, I've seen some godly looking kits from time with all kinds of crane. Lindbergh is one of them. You get those early Lindbergh kits, like the JU-87 in the 88. Some of that plastic is just like horrible looking green plastic. Oh wow, I was surprised they didn't do that. Yeah, my Sterling bomber came with a tractor, with a guy, with a crew member, driving the tractor, pulling about 3 trolleys full of bombs. Because the bomb doors on that are optional. You can either close them up or you can open them up like that. They always had the trolleys, and like when they can crank up the bombs into the bomb bay. Yeah, I did, Matt. Sure did. I had an Airfix 130 Herky Bird one time. It came with all that. That was the deluxe kit. The rest of them mostly just came with just a Herky Bird. And it came with a couple of vehicles too. I never came with something. And the back doors open up. That was a very good kit. I think it's one of the best there is, 1/72 scale. Yep. That's what mine was. That's why I bought it. Gosh, those kits were cheap back in those days. Man, kits nowadays are so astronomical, man. No, I never built that, Johnny. Now they had that back in the '60s. I remember seeing that. I know that's one kit I've never bought. I was thinking about buying it, but I just never did. I don't know why. I guess it didn't appeal to me. I guess back then. I don't know. But I've always wanted. I always wanted to get one of them. Yeah, there you go, old school. There you go. That's what I said. There's free stuff out there. I mean, there really is. I mean, what you do is make sure they're all one to one scale. Now, when you up there, you download it, and you put it in your files. You can just have a CD disk, put it in your computer, and burn it. Take that disk out. If you don't have a friendly on A1 paper, take that disk down to either Kinko's or Office Max, and then run from one of those big old huge printing machines. They can blow it up the scale and make it bigger. Yeah. Now those kits right there, you guys got any of those in your stash pile? Hang on to it. I mean, I really haven't seen any of those on eBay or anywhere. There you go, man. Grab your chow, buddy. I'll still be here. Yeah, we got about a week from now. It's going to be Christmas, boys. You know, it don't seem like Christmas. You know, I was telling my wife that today. I said, you know something, Ruthie, it don't seem like Christmas. You know, it just seems like it's just like everything's in a big dirge. There you go, buddy. That's what I do. So I any kid I see laying around, so I look at it, man, I haven't built that since I was a kid. I said, I need to build that. Today by Wednesday, I should have a final reveal on my poker D7. Yeah, you see no model laying around. You have a built since you're about 8, 9 years old. You go, man, I'm gonna take a crack at that. That's why I bought that so I can build that again. I like to challenge my skills now compared to what was back then. They come out very well. Yeah, back on check on something, fellas. Yeah, John, I'll participate for that. He's got another D-Day group bill coming up. I think Russell Gosling had one of those one time. Sure, I'll be honored to. I wonder who's going to start it. D-Day. What kind of model I could present there? I did the C-47 Dakota. Yeah. I think I use a B-25 maybe. Yeah, that was one hell of a group build Martin had. He had a lot of people on there. My God, beautiful work. Man, I've never seen this beautiful airplanes in my life. Yeah, I got one of those. I got a D-Day V-26 Marauder monogram, 1/48 scale. Yeah, yeah, John. I was thinking about the same thing. What can I drag out of the closet if I could do something that's different? I know what I can do. I got just the perfect candidate for it. I got a Lindbergh LST. I will open up the bow doors. I'm going to scratch and build me a whole entire tank deck inside that hull. And I'm going to bring up the transverse driving ramp up from the bow doors all the way up to the main deck. That'd be a good one. There it is. Ta ta la la ta ta ta. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Do, 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 do. Every day. Gonna be home. I got fun. I got Matt Models, take care, buddy. And you got any problems on Titanic? You run into any problems, let me know, buddy. I'll help you. Good night, and thank you for tuning in, buddy. God bless you, man. Oh, I got spurs that jingle, never jangle. I got spurs that jingle. Oh, I got spurs that jingle, jingle, jingle. Right now, I'm tuning down the red oxide of the water line right here by using different shades of kind of like a dry brushing. I'm dry brushing the highlights of faded out red oxide of this thing to give you a view of used red oxide being subject to salt water. This is going to be a dockyard model. I'm going to have a nice cradle on there and have little waves where it's going to sit across on it, where people will be working on it like painting the hull cleaners like this. This thing, the whole place, this thing is almost real like the real one. Very tedious. Yeah, I was toning down this red oxide waterline. I give it this camera to do no justice though, but you can see how it's different versions of it. I put about 2 to 3 different shades of red oxide on here. And I'm going to feather out the seams into it to make it a hole. I've built a lot of card models before. I'll tell you one thing, this thing is a pleasure to build. It's difficult as hell though, but it goes together very well if it's done right. This is the armored cruiser USS Brooklyn, 1898, the Spanish-American War. This is going to look like. This is one of Commodore Dewey's and Teddy Roosevelt's Great White Fleet. The Battle of Manila Bay, the Philippines, 1898, during the Spanish-American War. These here ships here were actually the predecessors to the World War I battleships, even those ships in World War II. Because Teddy Roosevelt, who was Secretary of the Navy back then, he demanded to create and build a better Navy and get rid of those hideous-looking ironclads they used back in the Civil War. Them things run out like a dodo. They're ugly looking. No hull lines, no nothing. They can't do nothing for the crew. They're just outdated. They did their thing for a while, and that was it. But that was the beginning of the Steel Navy back then, too. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. And 30 years later, we start building better stuff. That's when you start building things like the Battleship Maine and the USS Brooklyn. Armed cruiser, 441 feet long. Ship's company, about 400 men. Beautiful ship. Spanish-American War. It's very well detailed, too. You see the deck flanking on there, everything. Yes, sir. Being a sailor back in these days was very hard work to maintain something like this. The crew quarters are probably stifling because it's so darn hot down there. This here's a kit. This right here is a kit right here. Old school. There are printable models out there, as you've done already, that you can print your own. But these are a kit. They come in the Brooklyn form. They got a lot of pieces like this. You got to cut out all these pieces. They've got about 4,000 pieces, this here kit. So it came out of this book right here. So these are all in booklet form. Yeah, the early Navy, the early Steel Navy is very significant, I think. I've always loved the Steel Navy, you know, because they, like I say, Teddy Roosevelt was the Secretary of the Navy back then. And what he did, he more or less wanted to build a better Navy. And what they had, get away with those ironclads. Because them things right there were just, they're terrible. I mean, them things were just clunky, had no hair, the hull designs. Besides, you can't stop progress. And progress is very, that's one thing good about progress is you got better stuff going out there too. And you got a lot of people out there that have never learned anything about the Spanish-American War. It all started up with a battleship Maine that was sunk in Havana Harbor. And a lot of people wondered how we went to war for that. And of course, back in the day, the tensions with Cuba, with Spain was very not very good. And it took something like that to spark an event. But years later, they found out that it didn't blow up by a mine. It blew up of a design flaw. Never put a magazine next to a coal bunker. Man, that's terrible. Yep. I'm about ready to do some burnishing on it. She got pretty good. Burnish out, adding different shades of red oxide on here. I can put the bilge kills. I got to finish this part here, the aft section, which is right here. I got to cut that out and form that and add that on here. It's like a pretty good battleship, pretty good cruiser. Yeah, the Spanish-American War, the new Navy, the old Steel Navy, they had, it was a pretty good Navy back then. I like the use on those things. So much different compared to the hunky clunky ironclads they used during the Civil War. No, I used to, Alfred, I used to have the Airfix Liberator one time, and I found that it was a very good kit at one time. And there's a lot of inaccuracies in it, especially the Bombay door. That was the first one. If you ever look at it in the box art they had, the Bombay door is open just like this. Of course, all of us modelers know that the Bombay had a conveyor to the Bombay that kind of rolled up. But the airfix kit, they had a big old Bombay like that. Says, man, it really walked up to a B-24. It's got a little low belly right there to the ground. You got to hunch over, get inside the Bombay, get on top of the bomb rack, the catwalk to the Bombay, and jump over a couple bulkheads, get from the flight deck. I've been to more Liberators before. Ain't no way a Bombay door can open up like that and hit that darn ground and bust up and everything else. So that was kind of a discrepancy right there. But other than that, it was a good kit. Yes, sir. I like those old Airfix kits. They're pretty good kits. Now, adding on another shade of red oxide. Bob, how you doing, Sir Robert? You okay? Boy, it's good to hear it from you, bud. Welcome to my hangout tonight. I've been on the air now for about a good hour. I'm kind of messing around with my battleship. Oh no, my armored cruiser USS Brooklyn. It's a card kit I'm working on, and I got a lot of stuff to keep me busy, old buddy. What they got you working on, bud? You got any special? Excuse me. You got any special projects you're working on, sir? That's that. Yeah, get that red oxide looks good now. I know what they look like too. Then I'm gonna tone it down with some white after that. If that salt water gets on red oxide paint, it kind of fades out a lot. One thing about card bottles there, they do welcome paint and washes once in a while. You gotta be very careful not to get anything on a printing surface. Man, that place is busy, I bet, that Walmart. Darn, Bob. I went there to try to get my wife a Christmas gift. I can't even get in that darn place. Well, imagine you got a lot of work in that place putting up for the people, man. Oh, 33 Willie's delivery. Wow. That's impressive. I got space. That hell. Yeah, let's think about it. Man, a camo. Boy, I'd love to see that bird. Man, Bob, can't wait to see that, buddy. Alfred, this here is 1/200 scale. The USS Brooklyn was designed as an armored cruiser, and she had a length of 441 feet long, and she was designed for war, New Steel Navy. And one thing I like about the old Steel Navy, there's the hull lines these things have. They're beautiful ships. I thought they were for their day. I wouldn't mind becoming a sailor in one of these. Imagine the compartment is pretty hot. Everything is a hammock. Your table, you got to trice up your dining table just to eat. And rough duty being a sailor in one of these things. But yeah, a lot of those guys had no home, no place to go. And they all loved to become a sailor in one of these things. Yeah, look pretty good now. Yeah. So it looks like a red oxide hull. Yeah. Rocky Spot, how do, buddy? You okay? Welcome to Frankie's Days Monday night hangout with the gang. I've been kind of farting around with my new build I've been doing right now. It's a card model kit, USS Brooklyn, and I know you just tuned in, so I've been kind of working on this. Try to get the waterline all finished. Try to get the side skins all done. This is a Spanish-American War auxiliary cruiser, USS Brooklyn, ACR-3 of the Pennsylvania class. Da 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 da. Oh wow! Yeah, I remember they did use hustlers. They did use hustlers in Vietnam, because I remember seeing them not in camo, but they were in actually aluminum color. I think that's about the last time they ever used them. Yeah, thank you, buddy. I was kind of toning down red, giving different shades of red oxide on the waterline right there to give it a different effect of and hues of red oxide. As you can see on here, you can see it, different shades of it, and it's going to be a dockside model sitting on something like this. This is what's going to look like, just for an example. So it'll be like that when we get done with it. It's going to be on a stand like this. This is the USS Maryland. Made out of paper and wire. I built that thing about 40 years ago. Yep. So when I get this thing all done, it's going to be sitting Same way. It's come out pretty good. This I got this from Ukraine. It's a card model kit. Like I paid $40 for it. And I like them very much. Yeah, it's good stuff that Coca-Cola is once in a while. Yep. I'm doing some cleaning up back here, getting this man cave all in order and shape, taking inventory of what I've got, what I don't have, what I need to finish up next and everything. And so far, I'm working on a couple, 2 or 3 models at a time. You're probably wondering about the Poker D7. Well, I think by this Wednesday, I'll have the final reveal. It's over here. Poker triplane right here. Another triplane with D7. The top wing goes on like so. There's top of it with the lodgers on there, watches. Bottom same way. I made the ribs pop up by turning the print side upside down and using a ruler and an ink pen on a pad to make your ribs. When they get done, they pop out. Look like real wing ribs. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear about that, Alfred. Man, I tell you. I know darn well they got cures for cancer somewhere. I think it's reserved for people who got a lot of money. And I know this for certain. If they put man on the moon and bring them back home safely, they can find a cure for that. Then another thing, too, would be something else to pop up out of the woodwork. And they got to touch that in 100 years. So I had that poker D7. It'll be done by this Wednesday for the final reveal because it'll be my day off from work. And it came out of this kit right here. This came from Poland. Card kit. I think I paid $9 for this thing. Free shipping. I got it in my house in less 2 weeks. Now, you want to get these card models, you find them on eBay. Paper models on eBay. And they got them. Stay away from the junk from China. Don't get nothing from them people. They're a jip. I mean, seriously, they are a jip. I ordered a 1/200 scale RMS Titanic after I had that stash pile crash that demolished my RMS Titanic by Gomex Fly model, a 1/200 scale one. I've got another one from eBay, from China. They came back and wasn't no 200 scale. It was more or less, the paper's only about this big on it. A1 paper. And I looked at it, it looks like just about the same size as a mini craft 1/350 scale Titanic. I said, I mean, I wasn't very happy about that, so the only thing I could do is warn my friends, don't deal with them. Yeah, I like that old, the old Revell 1/32 scale Spitfire. I remember that kit came out back in either 1969 or 1970 when it came out. And Revell, in the late 60s, Revell was starting to pump out 1/32 scale kits. They got tired of messing around 1/72 scale for a while. And they started changing a rule of thought and going to 1/32 scale. And I can remember a lot of them. They started out with the the P40 and the 109. They came out with the Bellfighter, the 110, the Spitfire, Typhoon, Mustang P51, Yeah, I think so. They didn't make too many of them. By the turn of the 1970s, Hasagawa came to view. And I remember them, they came out back in 1970 or 71. And they were pretty popping kits back then. I mean, I was maybe with FW Woolworths. It was a department store. And it don't exist anymore. It probably don't exist anywhere. I don't know. But maybe in Europe, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, less doubtful. But anyway, they had a whole stack of those on the shelves, those Hasagawa kits. I said, wow, this is a pretty cool company. Where do they come from? Look at it. Osaka, Japan. You know, Japanese make good stuff. I mean, they're improving. And sure enough, the first thing I bought was the SOC3 Seagull. It was on a catapult, and the catapult kit came with it. And I love the price. And the prices were perfect. I think I kit cost 98 cents. And it was beautiful. The molding was very beautiful. I was really impressed with the molding of the kit. And the kit itself, it just I liked them. Then they start coming out the 1/32 scale ones. I think the first 1/32 scale kit I got out there was the Hellcat. Yeah. F6F Hellcat. That was the first one I got out there. And they started making the 109, and they started popping out a lot of other ones too. Yeah. Yep. P-47. I got that too. I got the D model, the bubble top. And also they got the P-38 too. I've got that mustache. I do know I got that. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now. Yep. It's about 6 models down from the top of that big old Bondi George I got. A Japanese high altitude bomber, B-29 killer. And they had so much wonderful kits back in those days. Yep. If I got to, I think it's Marge. I'm quite sure it is. It's Marge. I used to have the old Dukes, the old camouflage one. It was all drab on there and stuff. That was a nice one. That came out back in the early 1970s. But I like those old Revell ones. They're pretty neat to build. Like I say, those ones like Trumper and what's out there now, they're miles better. But like I say, look at the technology back then compared back then, you know. Yeah, that Corsair kit wasn't too bad. Talk about Corsair, like I saw on Facebook. I think it's the Smooth Dungeon or Smooth Cave. Yeah, one guy was building a 1/32 scale Corsair. I guess it gave him a fuss. Boy, he crunched it up in a million pieces right there. You can see it. There's, oh, man. Why did he do something like that? I guess he just had a bad day with it, I guess. I don't know. Pete, I know, buddy. Welcome to the Frankie Days late Monday night hangout. I've been on the air now for about, oh, good gravy, about 2 hours now, I guess. And I'll probably be shut down pretty soon because I got to get a little work in the morning, like a lot of fellas do. And I'll stay out here for a little while, and we'll I got to probably have a hangout this Wednesday night because it'll be my day off, and that'd be great. And Merry Christmas to you, sir. Merry Christmas to you. Oh, that I will. I'll be busy. No, but I've got the Tamiya kit that there, Pete. I got the Tamiya Bismarck. Yeah, I like those old Hasegawa 1/32 scale kits. They were good. They had a zero there, everything. They're pretty well positioned made back then. Any guitar tonight? Let's see. I don't know. Maybe not tonight. My guitar is out there in my car. So I played music last night. And I need to go out there and get it. I'll tell you one thing. This Wednesday night we'll have a hangout. It'll be music and everything. This Wednesday night. This Wednesday. Day after tomorrow. We'll have a good hangout. And I'll bring out the guitar and play some jolly tunes. Yeah, that's a good kit. It really is. It really is, Bob. Yep. So far, it has been too cold lately. And weather's been kind of warm out here in Ohio for a while. And also starts getting chilly again. So it's bound to get colder pretty soon. And yep, that's good right there. Don't overdo it. Looks good enough to me. Oh yeah, the bubble pop. That's what I got. I got that from the Bell, the 1/32 scale one, Robert. That was a good kit. Only thing I don't like about the Revell kit is the undercarriage. It's too flimsy, you know. All it takes is a little bop in your hand, you bust it. What you do is, if you get the Revell one, you take your oleo, you snip off that mushroom-shaped locator pin that plugs in the hole, and take a pen vise and drill yourself a hole, put some musical wire in there, put a piece of wire in there, drill a small hole, make sure it don't go through the wing, and run your wires in there and epoxy or ACC glue will be strong. And if you bop it, it won't break like the way the model is designed. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that was Pink. That was one with Judy, the movie star, Cary Grant. Yeah. Up Periscope, Tony Curtis. And that was a crazy movie. Pink Submarine. Man, boy, that stand out. But don't do it till 1/72 scale Gator class, Bob. It's too much money. Get yourself a lionfish by Revell will do it, you know. cheaper that way. Yeah, that would be a humdinger. I don't think I'll see one in the community. I don't think no one's ever did one of those before. Yeah, be back a couple seconds. I'll just put this in the sink. Operation Petticoat, that's what it was. Man, that periscope. How I got that out. Yeah. Do-do. Yep. Well, guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. My wife is getting tired. She wants to go to bed. So do I. And this Wednesday, I want you guys to come back, and we're going to have another hangout. I'll bring up the old Jaguar guitar and play guys some jolly tunes. And more model building going on. And I'll show you the progress on the on my cruiser here, the USS Brooklyn. And so stay focused on which Wednesday I have the final reveal from a Fokker D7. I think you guys will like that. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and God bless every one of you guys. We got 1 week for Christmas coming up. And so spend wisely, be very careful out there, and you got to watch out for a lot of people out there and things, and everything will be okay. And we'll have a good night, guys. And so I figured, if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I'd be on till wherever you guys get tired. But I'm getting a little tired and tuckered myself. And my woman wants to go to bed, so it's okay. I'll tell the boys a good night, and catch them Wednesday. And good night to every one of you guys. And thank you very much for tuning in to this hangout. And we'll have a good time this Wednesday. Be a jolly tune. I'll play some Christmas music or something. You like that. And that'll be it for the Brooklyn. And it for me. And we'll catch you guys all Wednesday. And good night. And thank you very much for tuning in tonight and taking your time to see me jaw around and build my model a little bit. So good night, everybody. And God bless every one of you. I love you guys. Catch you guys Wednesday. The hangout will go down at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And I'll be there waiting for you guys. Thank you, Dave, signing off. And God love you guys. I'll catch you guys Wednesday. Bye, fellas.